Okay, let's make our renders possibly look a little bit better. We're in Maya, we've got our donut, we've set up some lights. This is what it looks like currently. We have a black background because nothing's there and we just have this donut kind of floating in space. What most students do is they'll do the following. They'll go ahead, drop in a plane, which is great. Make sure your donut is not floating. So now it's catching shadows, it's catching the light, which could be cool. And then they also do kind of a backdrop like so. Hold J to rotate 90 degrees, something like that. They have their backdrop. This is what we get. The reason I don't usually like this is there's always going to be a seam right there where those two planes penetrate each other. So you could do the following. Let's use this. I'm going to press Control F, type in bend, and I want the purple icon. Press bend. We're going to press E to rotate, hold J, and then start rotating. That'll snap in 15-degree increments, or type it in right here. And I know from experience that I'm just going to rotate 90 degrees this way as well. If you don't have experience like I do, rotate it because we want it to be laying with the plane or our object. Select the bend handle, and then under inputs, we want to click bend 1 and then curvature, not this one. So highlight the word curvature, middle mouse click and drag in your viewport, and we can just see what's going on. So I'm going to give it a little curvature, and you'll notice it's not quite bending like I would like. So I'm going to press E and then hold J. Let's rotate this direction, 90 degrees this direction. I still have that curvature. Now we're on to something because I'm going to create a curved backdrop. So I'm going to put this at 90 degrees, and then the high bound, I'm going to pull this to 0, and you'll notice that flattens this out. Then I have the curvature here. Don't be afraid to press R to scale to get different results. So maybe something like that is what I'm going for. When I'm all done and I like this curvature, press Alt-Shift-D. I would not stop there. This is kind of sharp. So one, I can press 3 on my keyboard, or I could add a permanent smooth in my modeling toolkit. Press smooth, give it a couple divisions, Alt-Shift-D clears my history, and now I have this really nice backdrop that I can use for my products, my characters, whatever. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. And now I no longer have that seam. It appears like I have a seam right there. That's just the light. So if I were to come over here and move this light, you'll notice there is no seam because it is just this curved backdrop. And I think it's a lot more appealing.